What's going on, everybody? So it's been a long time since I've done one of these videos, right? This is kind of going back to the good old days, but I want to talk today a little bit about what's going to happen with Baker Mayfield. So the Browns traded for quarterback Deshaun Watson, obviously, and the days of the Baker Mayfield era have officially come to a close. Now the problem is Baker Mayfield is still currently on the roster. He's technically under contract with the Cleveland Browns. So what you're seeing happen right now is Andrew Berry is essentially in a staring contest with Seattle and Carolina on who's going to blink first, who's going to trade for Baker Mayfield and take that contract. Now it's really difficult because what you saw with the Carolina Panthers was they went out and they traded for Sam Darnold, who was in a similar situation, right? He had the fifth-year option. You go out, you trade for him, you can see if he's the guy. Now, with Baker, Baker's in a tough spot because the Sam Darnold experiment failed. Is some other team willing to try that again? Now, I personally believe that if you're a team like a Carolina, like a Seattle, you really have nothing to lose. Now, those teams could go out and they could draft quarterbacks and take a risk there, which might be a better scenario than to take on Baker Mayfield's contract on that fifth year fully guaranteed. I believe it's something around $18 million. That's a heavy price tag for somebody who you really don't know who he is, and he's got a lot of issues going on. So what's going to happen? What the most likely scenario is to me at this point in time is the Cleveland Browns will have to eat some of that contract. It is fully guaranteed. Baker's going to get paid either way. That whatever, if I think it's $18 million, but regardless, he's going to get that entire contract. It's just a matter of who is it going to come from. So what the Browns are likely going to have to do is say, all right, we're going to pay half of that money, so then you're going to get Baker on a cheaper contract. It's less of a risk, and then hope that that team, whether if it's Seattle, Carolina, or somebody else who's jumping in, would be willing then to go ahead and give you a better pick. We've seen this happen before with Teddy Bridgewater, and they got back, I believe, a 6th-round pick. Now, Baker Mayfield, in my opinion, is more talented than Teddy Bridgewater. Baker has an NFL arm when it comes to accuracy, arm strength. When he's at his best, he can throw the football. Now, the problem is Baker's issues are mental. He's mentally weak. He's being a drama queen right now. He's basically the Antonio Brown of quarterbacks at this point in time. What team is going to be willing to take that on? Seattle is playing this mind game situation with the rest of the league, saying that they are comfortable with Drew Lock as their starter. How true is that? All of this stuff that you're seeing, don't really believe it, because behind the scenes, it's a lot of BS, right? We saw Andrew Berry come out and say, hey, we're comfortable with Baker. What do? They go out and they trade 3 first-round picks plus more and guarantee Deshaun Watson a 5-year, $230 million contract. So just because some of these GMs say things does not mean that they're 100% true. So Seattle very much could love Baker. They liked him back in 2018. They were willing to trade Russell Wilson to move up to number 1, allegedly, per everything that we've been told. Now, after Baker's career is gone how it's gone, do they still feel the same way? That is my question. So as far as what you can expect, I don't know that this is going to get resolved anytime soon. I hope so. I would love it to happen in 2 minutes. But the reality is teams are in a tough spot because Baker is a massive risk. And the Cleveland Browns don't have to pay $1 of that guaranteed contract until week 1 of the 2023, technically 2022, whatever, NFL season. So the Browns could just hold him on, right? It's Baker's house. You could essentially keep him on house arrest. So we'll see. That's where we're at right now. Andrew Berry could wait this out, wait for a quarterback to get hurt. Not saying he's rooting for that, but it's the reality of the NFL. These guys get injured. So if that situation were to happen, then the Browns could potentially get a better pick, and some team would be desperate enough to pay that contract. So with that being said, we'll have to see. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about Baker Mayfield, where he's going? Where do you want him to go? We'll see you in the next one. Bye.